edition of the Theia Roundtable. As usual, I'm gonna pretend that no one is here, and I'm not gonna be officially starting until we get first message like chat interactions, and then I can realize that I'm really there's more people here, so I can actually start talking. Let me set some stuff up here on my own screen. And I think we're in a good position here. Now I think I need to set up the screen here. Where is here? Okay. We're live. So just checking some stuff here. I don't know if anyone is here actually yet, so let's wait a little bit, for people starting to be active on the chat before I can officially get this one underway. Because this is the rule of the round table. I only officially started when I get the first message in the chat. At the same time, it might not be a good idea doing those on. Serapis here. Hey. Okay, I think we can officially get started with this. That now we got the first message on the chat. I was just saying it might not be a good idea doing on Saturday, so. The article is already out. I actually I push it out officially this afternoon. For the article, for the journal itself. No, I pushed the journal out already, so the journal is out as well, and then I'm gonna go through the journal, but the journal is out too. So both of them are journal before and now they're on the round table. Normally, if you subscribe to us on Medium, you can receive there. Yeah, I didn't link yet. I'm gonna probably do on Monday because I think my realization here that doing events in the weekend I think is too tricky. I feel like people have other stuff to do in the weekend. I was planning maybe we can change the round table, and I think Friday evening also is a very bad time because people are doing stuff on Friday night. Sometimes even I have stuff to do, so I need to be very careful in planning. And yesterday things went to hell with my internet, so I have to adapt things accordingly. So pretty upset actually yesterday, but what can we do? That's life. So I planning probably to change that through the week, doing on Wednesday or Thursdays, might be a better solution, I would say. I think in the weekends people are just not here. We have 4 people online right now here, so we might not have even that many for the round table. So but it's nice that we have some people here at least. Wait, I need to change the title here. Town Day with Gui. I'm alone today actually. Okay. But yeah, I gotta probably link the article on Monday again. It's not a huge priority, I would say. I don't know if you think I'm gonna go through the article anyways to to everyone who's here, and we can if there's not many people, we can just go through faster. I think we still have 4 people only. Yeah, okay. The definition is doing this in the weekend is not a smart strategy. Might probably then just push to other Friday. So just being starting with the leaks. For the next round table, I plan to officially reveal Scylla, one of her new icons. So I plan to make bigger promotion, and saying that Scylla is gonna be revealed during this next round table. So that's my plan. For the one on the today is 30th, but 12th is a Friday. So around the 10th or 11th of August, I wanna doing the next roundtable review at least Scylla, if not another icon as well. So I think on the next roundtables we're gonna be revealing icons in every single roundtable. Until we have the 7 new one revealed. So, the idea is that they're gonna be all revealed during the roundtable. I like to reveal them live, and I like to go through them live, kind of explaining who they are and what they are doing in Theia and their goal for the game. So I think and for the next 7 icons, they're all gonna be revealed in the next round table, starting in the next one probably. Kind of going overview. We are working actively on 4 of the 7. two of them, like Silang, and then the other one is they're almost done. The art with like some details. Other two aren't, we have like already the concept. They look pretty good. We just need. I don't know. No, three more. We have the concept and looks pretty good. And we're just gonna start polishing now. And then that remains two that we still need to work more on them. But we are working all seven. So two of them almost done. Uh, Other three are the basic concept is approved. We're just gonna start polishing, and the other two require some more work. So, I'm not familiar with that with Might. Actually, that's a good way, Fuego. Actually, yeah, actually, it's a cool way. Riot normally does for League like kind of videos, like intro videos, but I feel like stream can be more hype because I have the chance to talk in person here, and present the character, and I wrote them. I designed these characters. So I know very well about them, and they mean a lot to me to review those characters. I spent a lot of time kind of designing kind of like the concepts for them, kind of coming with basic stories. So for example, Silang, I'm gonna review her. I have the basic story for her as well, her background. I even writing actually like a short story about her origins and background, etc. So I take that very seriously about the icons, and yeah, I really like to chat about more about that, and yeah, kind of you know, review them properly. I would say I think that's a pretty cool way to do, and yeah, I think in 2 weeks from now I'm gonna start doing that. With Silang and maybe the other one that Fuego knows the name, but that I revealed last time by accident. And then we have like three more later. If you guys are nice today, I can give a sneak preview of one of them. Let's say very quick preview. Let's say I can show something. Hey, we have here, Curtis here. Curtis here as well. The name was in blue, so I couldn't read properly the name. But Curtis here, so we're like 6 people now away. We are not many, but I think Saturday sucks to have like a round table, so it's good to know that. So see, I'm alone here, so it says like, yes, stay in the call. I can just talk by myself. I do on my Google Meet so I can stream properly, and that's the stream the link I use with Will, and Will is not here today, so I just do it by myself. So any other point to discuss here? Otherwise, we can just go straight into the tier journal. What do you guys think? Let me pull this on up here, and let me get the journal up. Change my screen here, and we go here to the tier journal. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 8th edition of the tier journal. It's a third part of game development. So the last 3 journals we focus heavily on game development. Things from art, UI, UX, animations, and we are all working on them right now. So we are actually working on a bunch of new cool animations. One thing, however, can you hear me at all if I change this? Wait. One interesting thing. I'm just wondering, can you guys hear me at all actually? It's not showing here this is working actually. 1 second. 1 second. Wait. Oh yeah, okay, you can. Okay, sorry. I was a little upset, concerned. I didn't think it was. Okay, good. But yeah, we are working actively on animations, and they look pretty good animations. So, to give a short overview, we are working with kind of art, a partner art studio to deliver us the animations for the icons in the game. So they're looking pretty good. We're still not finalized, so I'm probably not gonna be showing anything today. I'll tell you some details. I really wanna show when they're looking nice. But we're working on animations that's gonna be implemented in the game. We are working on on UI UX implementations, new art designs, and obviously the new icons. So there are a lot of more visual elements that we are working on, but we're not really ready to show them publicly. So this third in a row, this tier journal is very heavily focused on the game itself. So let's skip here. I think I mentioned last time, so we have 2 new stats, caliber and resistance. that using addition to attack and defense. So last time, I mentioned in the last journal that we are working to implement those, and I am happy to announce that, as you can see in the screenshot here, they are in the game. So we have right now your icons have 5 different stats. So on top of attack, defense, HP, you have caliber and resistance. So to give an overview of how they work, attack is basically your basic attack damage multiplier. So a characters with a very high attack normally do more basic attack damage. Icons with a higher caliber, or caliber determines your ability, let's say your ability impact, I would say ability kind of potency, you can say that too. So icons with high caliber, they have a bigger impact of their abilities, and that's not only damage wise. So let's say Tomo's ability definitely she has higher caliber, I'm gonna do more damage. But Florence here, for example, if she had a higher caliber, her ability is a heal ability, so her heal is gonna have a higher multiplier, and she's gonna heal for more. I think the best way to describe it is is in some ways very ADAP in League, let's say. So in a very basic concern, AD in League, attack damage, is very for basic attacks. Although obviously, we know that a lot of abilities have AD multipliers. But here we simplify more. Attack is purely for auto attack, and caliber is purely for abilities. League is a little more mixed. So we can kind of calculate that. And defense and resistance is pretty much what armor and magic resistance are. So defense is your defense against base attacks. Resistance your defense against caliber attacks, ability attacks. So that's yeah. There's much more with a friend just from the stat page than having to know which. Yeah, exactly. I see you mean that's much more user friendly just from the stat page than having to know each ability's stat modifier to know which are the casters. Yeah, I think here we can add some indicators as well to show which is kind of the main class of the icon. But basically it's very easy to see icons with a higher attack. You better use them to maximize your basic ability input. And caliber, you can customize them at the end of the day. There are ways to customize your stats. The idea, your Tomo, if you wanna focus her on your ability, you can get more caliber and try to have her do more damage through abilities. But at the same time, you can do the opposite and have stacking more attack, so she can do more basic ability attack. And there are other icons that give some buffing abilities, that give X% boost to attack, for example. So you can do some crazy combos on that and do some pretty big damage based on these combos. So it's an example, let's say. But as you can see here, now in this example, if Tomo attacks with an auto attack Florence, she's gonna do 16 minus 8, so 8 damage to Florence. And Florence will go to 10. So attack minus defense. And caliber, it depends on the multiplier of the ability. So I'm not sure how much Tomo is right now, but let's say the multiplier of Tomo's ability is 1. So her ability does 14 damage, and resistance 10, so 4 actual damage. So let's say, but if the multiplier, let's say, is 2, so it's 28 minus 10, and then it's a one shot, but it's probably not 2, it's too much. Just an example here how it goes. Numbers, actually, the team had a playtest yesterday. I didn't play, it was too late here in Korea, but from the reports I got, Tomo is pretty OP right now, so we're gonna probably be nerfing her a little bit. So this is about the new stats. What we have is that cooldowns for abilities. We feel that our abilities are too strong and impactful. So we're gonna have a resource that players need to kind of be smart, using mana, using systems when to use, but also cooldowns as well, to make it even more important, when to place these abilities. So abilities are gonna have cooldowns as well, which is something pretty important. Otherwise, they're way too strong and impactful. I also mentioned last time about the internal map editor. Very happy to announce that is done in some degree. That users can create their own maps. So we're gonna give them building blocks which terrain types, which even the size of the map, and then people can create their own maps. So pretty good stuff. We have been testing, and when the game is out, let's say when you play Icons of Theia release, you're gonna be able to create your own customized maps inside the game client. Talking going back to abilities, we are developing pretty fun abilities. playtest for the community. Hopefully soon. I can't say like a clear date yet, but we plan to have that like maybe in August again. The goal is that like by September we're gonna open the game in for the closed beta testing, so that we're gonna invite like a lot of community members to play whenever they want in a closed beta environment. So pretty much like open the client for you like to play with your friends that are in the closed beta whenever you want, and give feedback based on that. Kind of like do like a more continuous testing period with a closed beta. That's our plan for September for so we're moving quite fast here. I'm pretty sure like in the next journal we're gonna have a lot of new stuff to do. So yeah, that's something like interesting to mention. And the abilities are pretty fun. I'm not gonna show them any of them today, or maybe I can show actually one or two, but they're looking pretty fun and pretty unique. So feels like every icon feels like very different, which is like is very like is one of our core values here. Let me have a drink here. Sorry, talking too much. At the same time, we are working actually hard on audio systems. So not only like working on soundtrack and kind of like music, but also working on animations for abilities for things getting used. Don't know, Serapi. Might be more actually. We might have like the 14 already actually. At least like we might not, if we don't have the art animation, it's still at least with placeholder assets, so at least you can play with the new abilities. I think 7 is too little to play the game, to be honest. Yeah, I think we should choose with more. So I think like at least 14. I think it would be better. So ideally 14, even if we need to use placeholder assets for some of them. Which actually we have been doing actually. We don't have the placeholders, like we don't have the assets for the new ones. So we have been actually playing with 11 right now, and with some placeholder assets. So also make like audio assets for effects and for icons. We also have Burnaby, welcome. We are optimizing our AI here as well. So we have like a basic AI that can at least play the game, but we want to make a little smart AI that can challenge you a little bit. That would be like one of the things we wanna do with here. And what we are planning, kind of like the technical design for character progression. So I think like it's very important to mention that we are a character-based game. So characters, the icons are your main actors in the game. So we want to feel like there's many ways for progression and growth. So we feel like we have like we are developing kind of like the mechanism, the systems to progress your icons. So what I can say is that you can have multiple copies of the same icon, as we know already, that you can have like 10 tomos, and tomos, however, like they're gonna have a system that even if you're like, let's say you get 10 tomos, but it's very likely that all of them they're gonna come level 1 with different stats, a little different, like maybe like one tomo has one more attack and the other has one less defense, a little bit differentiation, but it feels like they're different, they're not the same one, so your enemies are gonna have like tomos that might be a little different too. So it's your job like to try like to optimize, to maximize the performance, and also like to play the way you want. So if you wanna play like a more defensive tomo, you can like choose to play with one that comes with more basic defensive stats, like more defense or resistance. If you want to make her like more like glass cannon, then you can choose like to have more attack or caliber. So these are some of the examples of characters. If you're familiar with Fire Emblem Heroes, it has been a big inspiration with Nivel Emboilado. Nice to have you here too. If you are familiar with Fire Emblem Heroes, that's like some mechanics that are gonna be implemented as well, but kind of adapting to to our own universe. So it's something that like good to mention. And as I mentioned as well, like at the start, we are polishing the UI UX. So that means like we know how important like having a visually good game is for players. So we are making sure that it's looking better, that people can look like and that goes to example here at the top here, like how even like something simple like the stats bar is important, like to make it look nice. So that's like what we have been aiming for lately. And finally, I mentioned we had the internal test mapped editor. So now we're gonna like know how we design, and we're designing and planning how to release a public one. Not much secret here. I think like that's very straightforward. Yeah, that would be it for the Tian journal. Very straightforward, I would say. Let me know if you have any questions about the journal. I can try to show some more stuff maybe today. But yeah, let me know what you think. Any questions about the journal? And today's probably gonna be a shorter one because we have less people, we have less questions. So what I can do right now, actually, for the ones, yes, I'm gonna give a leak. Don't worry. I'm gonna leak some abilities. Don't worry. But before that, for the ones who are in the chat and active, send your Discord username, and I'm gonna give 500 XP to everyone who replies with their username on the chat. Like, I can do now. I can just like do very quick here and give you the XP. And a big thanks for participating in the roundtable, on the roundtable today, this Saturday evening one, which definitely I'm not repeating. I think like it's just like a little, it's bad to do this time. So send me your, I know some of you actually, so right, like I know Fuego is here, so I know like kind of like Fuego. I know Serapi here as well. I know Kurt as well. So yes, excellent question, Serapi. And definitely I want to talk to you about that at later point. So because I'm actually like kind of like I'm kind of planning. I'm kind of like the monetization and kind of like the economy systems I'm designing. So I'm basically there's a shop where you can buy the icons. So my idea is that what I don't like about other games, like, and that includes like Fire Emblem Heroes or even like Riven Guard or like tactical games, and even like every other games like that's like purely gacha systems, that there is only like this summoning gacha system that you pay like some game currency and you come with some chest and it opens and comes with some random items and some random heroes. You can choose which hero to play, right, to buy. I don't like that. So we're gonna have like two systems here. We're gonna have like kind of like you can buy directly from the store, from the game shop. Hey, nice to meet you too here. N4MH5G. Sorry, I'm not gonna. But A2. So you can buy directly any icons. You can buy any icons you want, basically. So you can kind of like play, like if you wanna have a Tomo, you can buy Tomo, rather like League Wars, for example. But there kind of be like a randomizer system as well that you can get to optimize and get new icons. And is there any way to change your icon stats if you build them wrong or really like the RNG? Yeah, the RNG like is, let's say at the start, not gonna be like super like impactful. Like not like let's say Tomo can have between 10 to 20 attack, and you can get like 10 attack. It's not like super extreme like that, It's more like the range is between 18, 19, and 20, and you can get like between 18 and 20, for example. There's small ranges. So for the second question, then like really dislike, like let's say if you get 18, then it's just like tough love, let's say. But there's a way like you can optimize. If you build them wrong, let's say if you level them, leveling up is automatically. So you can select the stats that you want to level up. And, they're gonna be like algorithm that's gonna like predeterminedly level up the stats. So very similar to Fire Emblem Heroes, like based on the level 1 stats, the maximum level stats gonna be. It was just the way it's gonna be like a little different how to achieve those. So kind of like overview on that. Yes, if you buy from the shop, they're gonna be NFTs, and you can trade them on the marketplace, like on the game marketplace. So they're gonna be tradable. They're gonna be NFTs. You can do whatever you want with them. There will be not a renting system. I think I mentioned like sometimes I don't like rental systems. I think like it's kind of like makes the game way too much like investment based only. And honestly, like the icons are cheap. Like we're not gonna be charged like $100 per icon. Like my idea, like if you wanna like okay, the number I'm using here to basically work is that you're gonna be able to get icon from the store like between from $3 to $5 one icon from the store. Let's say you want a Tomo, you're gonna spend like from $3 to $5 to get one Tomo. And there will be like even the days that now we are selling Tomo for 50% discount. you know. So you can get like for $2, let's say, something like this. So we don't want to overcharge for icons, like basically icons. The difference here is that you're gonna get a level 1 Tomo, with basic stats like level 1, etc. What you can do within NFT, you can grind yourself and level up the Tomo to the max level, optimize your Tomo, make pretty good powerful Tomo. What you can do then, and then you can sell in the marketplace for other players. And as we know very well, there are always the players who don't want to grind the leveling process. It can be boring to some. They don't have time. They just want to get the level 40 Tomo, 40, 50. I don't know which one we are in the maximum right now, but let's say level 50 Tomo, the maximum level. You sell in the marketplace and you sell for $50, something like that. And that's as a player how you can generate income through your gameplay, through your grinding, from taking one for $3 to level up until level 50. You can sell to players who don't want to spend this time. So that's how it works. The worth of your icons depends on the time you spend on that icon. Technically, yes, it's you're exchanging your time that you play for the applying value on it. Yeah, grind, level up, and resell a higher level card. That's the way some people can do if they want to generate they want to make money out of it. So yeah, that's exactly how you can do it. You can pretty much do it exactly like that. But because in my opinion, there are always gonna be the players who want to buy max level characters without grinding, and I think we need to offer players multiple avenues here. The ones who want to kind of start from level 1, that'll be fine. The ones who start on just get the max level 1, they should be doing that, right? So that's something like that we should open for everyone. Would be a distinction of Genesis icons when the game starts. That's something I am working on the monetization mechanics, and I wanna answer this question, and that's something that's gonna be very good news for Genesis holders, and for anyone who doesn't have Genesis icons. I recommend checking out OpenSea, but the idea here is that yes, there will be some distinction, and there will be indeed you're gonna have the tag obviously, but we wanna offer more than the tag. Let's say Genesis icons are gonna earn XP faster. Is one of the things we have been considering. So if you have a Genesis icons have earned level up 25% faster than a standard icon. So for all the Genesis holders, great news, right? And I didn't announce that much in publicly because I wanna serve it as a thank you kind of perk for the ones who support us since February. And I always say I always say since the start the Genesis icons are only gonna be cosmetic only. I say this because we're not sure yet back then if we wanna offer some in-game differentiation. So I believe that it's much more fair if I don't promise anything about the Genesis icons, and we determine later on, instead of me promising some pretty cool stuff in game and then we can't do that. That would be much worse. So it's better not promising anything for the Genesis icons, only the cosmetic stuff, and then later okay, we can actually do something. So it's a pretty nice stuff for Genesis icons holders. Let's see if I'm here in the questions. Distinctions. Is there Boilado make a very good question. Is there a fusion of icons? You can answer me, Boilado, but you play Fire Emblem Heroes, I think, on the fusion system. Yeah. I can jump to the next question, but I think I just wanna see is what do you mean by the fusion system, because it's pretty much picking one icon, one Tomo plus one Tomo, and then you destroy this Tomo, and then the first Tomo gets stronger. That's what we mean. But yeah, let me continue because then I can follow up, because I think depends on what you understand for fusion system. I wanna make sure we are very yeah. So and that's the answer, and I can reveal that we are considering something exactly like that you can upgrade. Let's say you have two Tomos, and then you have the one Tomo with the bad stats like Fuego. That's for you. You have the one that you got screwed in the RNG, and this one doesn't not great stats. So you get another Tomo, and she has better basic stats, and you can improve her by fusioning, destroying the shit Tomo, and incorporating the stats on the new one and the other one. so you get like some extra stats. So it's more like Fire Emblem Heroes. They do like it's not like level level 2. It's more like level 1+1. They do like with their fusion system. So it's something we're considering. Let's say I can promise it's like gonna be like this. We are studying a lot of different mechanics. Let's say, and that's one of them. So very good question. Question about external map editor. Is it almost the same with using game mod? Sort of, I would say. It's more like editor, like external, like using a mod there to make your own maps that you can incorporate directly with Theia. I prefer like to I can't talk too much because I don't know the details, the technical details myself. So I definitely would like to when we are having something more concrete, I can talk better about it. Question from first time viewer here, like Khalid Abbas. I have a skin, where I can sell it? If you have a skin, check on OpenSea. You can do whatever you want with your skin there. Which skin you have, by the way? But yeah, you can do like if you wanna buy, sell icons and skins, you can do on OpenSea right now. Later on our internal marketplace on our website. Sorry, I'm turning my face like this because I want my second screen checking the questions. Does this apply only for Genesis icons or be dispersed for other icons? Yeah. So Genesis icons are only for the first 7 icons. So we're not gonna have Genesis icons ever again in the game. The only Genesis icons are the ones that we have for the Genesis sale, the 7 original icons. However, for every new icon that we're gonna release in the game, we're gonna have the so-called first edition icon. So let's say Silang, for example, which is is icon number 8. We're gonna have like a special sale before releasing Silang. It's like selling a limited amount of first edition Silangs. And you can buy like the first edition, it has the tag, and they can also have increased XP earning the game and other advantages. So Genesis icons have advantages, but also future first edition icons for all future icons are gonna be let's say first edition perks so a first edition Silang can improve faster than a base edition Silang, let's say. And I'm planning to limit that 2,000 or 3,000 per icon. So they're gonna be relatively if you have a game with 100,000 people playing it, 2,000 first editions of one icon, they're pretty rare. So something to get in note. So keep in tune because we can have more sales down the line. Any news for the founder can? Yeah, top up Matt is doing pretty well these days. So but yeah, it's something that would be interesting and you're gonna love it. So what I can do now? Let me do something. Actually, what I want to propose with the team for Genesis icons is they have naturally better stats. I would hate to see a Genesis icons that comes with shit stats. I let's say I'll probably I probably have some modifier that guarantees at least that it's not gonna be shit. Let's say, So I want to make sure that Genesis icons they still feel special. They don't that people that you can use a Genesis icons because a Genesis icons is crap. I think that's it wouldn't be fair. So there I want to have a chance that people can at least guarantee some decent stats for Genesis icons. Let's say, the very least. But if you destroy Genesis icons to forge them to merge, you probably would lose the title. You're destroying literally the NFT, the icon, to use on another one. So I definitely would be very recommend against destroying forging a Genesis icon. However, I would at least exactly pop Genesis icons with at least medium to upper stats, stuff like that. In the case of mergers, the Genesis icon always become the result no matter what fodder. It's very we are still determining the mechanics, but if you have a Genesis icons and you use normal icons, you destroy those. The Genesis icons will stay. You're just incorporating the destroyed one into the Genesis one. So the Genesis one stays. So that's something I can say. But I don't want to making too much promises here. But just some details here, mechanics here that we're gonna be having. So for the ones who interest a lot of Genesis icons on OpenSea and they're pretty cheap. I'm pretty sure if I go fully public with this, people are gonna be swiping the floor OpenSea, because we're not gonna be selling more Genesis icons, right? Those are the ones, and we're gonna be selling first editions of the new ones, and I also studying doing first editions of the current 7 ones, but they're not gonna be as good as the Genesis ones. So the idea is like, the tiers we're always gonna be Genesis at the top always, and they're not gonna be sub anymore. And then a second tier, like the first editions for everyone, and then like the normal ones. So that's the idea. So yes, you can just buy normal Tomos to feed Genesis Tomos. That's a good way to. I would do that personally. That's why I have like my copies personally. Although like I purchased before even playing the season, so because I wanna keep some myself. What I can do now, ladies and gentlemen, let me open my screen here, and I'm gonna pop off a little bit, but I think you can still hear me. Should I come with some very fast leaks? What do you guys think? I'm actually open some documents that I have here, and I can come with some very fast link. So let me do something for you guys because you deserve it, because you're great. What about I tease Silang a little bit? That would be cool. I'm crazy. I promise I promise like a link. So kind of like let me do something like this here. So let me do this to you guys today. Let me be very great to you guys. Let me open this here. So more questions here. Wait, sorry, I'm changing my screens here. So I'm back. So well, not back. So what about if I decide to show like kind of like how. Wait, let me change the screen here. Okay, I have everything ready. So I'm gonna show like a little bit how Silang is looking like. Okay, making very special for everyone here. We're gonna officially announce her in 2 weeks, probably. But I wanna show like kind of like how you feel about her very fast. And that's gonna be the one's gonna be sell the first edition. So for the ones interested, you can indeed like start stacking up your advantage. Sorry, some questions here like before I continue here. Our first edition is going to have any protections against barded RNG? To be TBD. I would like to have, but might not have. But might also like just have an increased likelihood that's gonna be better stats as well. I think that was the fair thing to do so. I would say that's the way to do it. Say you fit first edition to Genesis. Will there be a bonus or higher stats provided compared to normal icons being merged? Also like TBD. I feel like the bonus stat that increases is the same. I feel like the what Genesis bring is like kind of like a better guarantee of better basic stats and a faster XP increasing. Again, nothing of these are finalized. It's just like ideas we have, and that's why I'd like to talk to this about to you all, because it's something like kind of like that I'd like to have your feedback on that. Something like that we can all discuss together and kind of like bring in your feedback. But that's something we have incorporated. But yeah, you can burn icons, not overpopulate. So it's like kind of like knowing the burning mechanism, let's say, of NFTs, not tokens, but NFTs. So you can like burning NFTs like to increase better ones. So you keep the supply very healthy, I would say. Or you can collect them all like a more always nice to have. So if you play Fire Emblem Heroes, you can have a bunch of characters like. When you start your roster, you can have up to 300 in your inventory, and you can have several of the same. But that's something like you can do. There should be a level where both Genesis and Icons, they are gonna be no. I don't mean that Genesis and Icons are gonna have better stats at the end. No, it's just like kind of like they're gonna have a better XP earning, let's say. But at the end of the day, the max level stats are gonna be very similar. They're not gonna be pay to win icons. They're more gonna be kind of a faster progression icons. So if you have I have a normal one and a user up has a first edition one, the stats are gonna be very similar themselves. Although the Genesis one has a better chance to have better, a better stats roll. Although the base one can have even a better stat roll than the Genesis ones. The difference is that if I play one game, say I earn 100 XP with my standard one, and yours gets 120 XP. That's the difference. I don't want to make RNG Genesis icons. And I don't want to make I don't want to make pay to win Genesis icons or pay to win first edition icons. It's more for a faster progression and for a better stat roll. So at the end of the day, the max level ones are gonna be the same. So if you wanna know, let's say a new icon is released, if you wanna progress faster with that icon, then you can get the first edition one, for example. If there's no other questions, I'm gonna jump to Silan. I'm gonna show the screen for 5 seconds, but it's enough time for you to see like how it is. I very much ask like to keep like between ourselves. You're not posting this anywhere. I until like official release, and it's not gonna be even like the final one. So we're gonna be changing this one a little bit. So it will be first editions have a lesser value than the bonus. Yes, probably yes. Yeah. So let me go here, and I want to see your feedback. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. So this like is the current working edition of Silang, looking amazing, right? And yeah, looking great, right? So back to me. Enough of Silang like previous. So this was the leak for today. I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, any like initial thoughts here, but it's still like there's some changes. I had some feedback. I have some changes, and they're not gonna be the final version. There's like a lot of changes here in the game, like regarding like her colors and some of the stuff there, and there's gonna be like something. Not gonna be like this, but it's basically like appearance wise, you can see here. For gameplay wise, she's gonna be like a tanker character, as you can see with the big shield. Her working ability is that she throws the Salakot tanks. There's like I did a lot of research to make a very like Filipino inspired icon. So yeah, I hope like if you can see her, you think she's Filipino. That's my intention. But she has like her very big spear. She throws. She can make some curves with them, and she pulls enemies closer to her. That's her ability right now. It's more like kind of with the spear pulling enemies closer. So it's very like nice to kind of misposition enemies, let's say. And she quite tanky as well. So she's a tank basically with the shield and pulling enemies and pushing her closer. So that's how Silang's look like. But not gonna be the final one, and I'm gonna be hopefully doing in the next 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, official review of her and another icon. But yeah, that's like everyone's prize for today. Yeah, no fan eyes in the meantime, please. Nothing. And honestly, don't do, because it's not gonna be like these. It's still like in a working version. So please, like it's not even the final one. There's gonna be some changes. I know that because I already gave a lot of feedback. So I appreciate that. What I can do now, I can give like everyone who's here, please send your Discord username so I can give the 500 XP. I can see like some of the names that I know I know very well here, like Serapi, that ones I know here. Yes, but yeah, just send here. I can do right now. You can see here the extra XP here for everyone here. Already sending here like a mingling as well. Thank you, Chris as well. For everyone here. Oh, King James, first time, nice. So yeah, Serapi. Oh wait, I'm slow here. So Chris, give XP. So Chris, now for King James here, 500. Okay, everyone who sent their username already got the XP. I appreciate. Alpha is here as well. Nice to see you here, and you get yours. You're gonna really like making like a yeah. Fuego I didn't give yet. I'm gonna give to you Fuego. Okay, thanks for the reminder. Alpha is really gonna like doing like some music for like some song for Silang. I think Sutro. Alpha, did you see Silang actually? I just showed Silang. You can just send like your basic name, but I like Alpha just show up now, right? Did you? Okay. I should I okay. Let me show you to you too. You deserve. Here. Like new character. What do you think? Working version, let's say. So, working. Tres Pares is out today. He's on vacation. By the way, he's out this weekend. He's gonna go back on Monday. He's out today though. He's like has some personal stuff. Like he's doing like some personal stuff, so he's out since yesterday. So he's out. But yeah, don't share the art because yes, beep 77. Because like it's not the final version. I just want to give like a leak. So but as you can see, very Filipino inspired, but has like some high tech vibes in the shield and the spear. So like kind of like a high tech Filipino, let's say. Let's say that lore wise, she's very kind of helped by Khufu, which is a very high tech faction of Theia. and that gives like kind of like this high tech gear to her, let's say. But she's still like she's very Filipino looking. So yeah. Yeah, as you can see, yeah, actually, like they're gonna be like friends in the like in the lore. It's gonna be like kind of friends. Oh, 1 second. So yeah, wait. Sorry, let me go back here. I messed up my screen. Yes. Yes, the lore. Exactly. Yeah, I share exactly. I changed a little bit of the lore, but it's basically the one that I sent already. Exactly, but for weapons precisely. So did I send to BPip77 here? I also did. So yeah, anyone else like not to get the free XP before I finish this one for the day? Before I wrap it up the round table. A lot of people get like a lot of XP. Nice. Yeah, I can see here the levels. All got great stuff. Yeah, next time I'm definitely gonna have on like not in the weekend. I think like another little like it's not the best to have in the weekend, honestly. So let's have you probably like on Thursday, or I think Friday as well is a little shitty because a lot of people are out for the weekend. So if you're fine, let's say in around like the 11th of August, I think it'll be a little better for everyone, I would say. But yeah, everyone, that will be it. Any final questions? And then we can wrap this one up. Nothing? All great? Great. Thanks everyone for joining then. There was like the Theia Roundtable number 8. Thank you, and appreciate everyone tuning in on this Saturday. And appreciate a lot. And Fuego, shout out to Fuego for setting that alarm to wake up early. Actually, Fuego, question: where are you based? Actually, you're in Latin America, right? Sorry, I didn't remind if you mentioned you're if you are in Argentina or in Mexico. I forgot. Sorry. I think you mentioned to me once, but as far as I know, you're in Latin America, right? But either way, it's pretty early for you, so I appreciate. And I appreciate everyone for joining. I know it's 10 p.m. in the Philippines right now on Saturday night. So everyone, we are right now. How many people here on the stream here? We're 13. So, man, big shout out to everyone here, who tuning in at this time. Thanks everyone. That was the 8th edition of the Roundtable. I keep seeing around, and hopefully in the next one we can fully reveal Silang and the other icons and send more updates about the game. Throughout August, we're gonna have some internal play testing, but also we want to invite the community to play the game. It's looking great. It's looking better every day. So I can't wait to having you playing the game. And everyone, have a great evening, and I see you around. And take care. Bye.